why UK's net zero plan is still work in progress. In June 2019, the UK became the world's first major economy to pass laws highlighting its intent to end its contribution towards global warming by 2050. The UK's ambitious net zero by 2050 target was proposed by the country's independent climate advisory body, the Committee on Climate Change, or CCC. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Sage for Kalkine Media. UK's commitments to carbon neutrality. The concept behind the net zero target is that the emissions released into the atmosphere would be offset by implementing schemes like planting trees or employing low carbon technologies, which would help in neutralising the impact of greenhouse gases on the environment. Carbon capture and storage is a great recommendation for the same, which is basically done by solidifying the carbon removed from the air and then burying it under the ground. Now, earlier the UK had set goals to bring down the greenhouse gas emissions to at least 80% as compared to the 1990 levels. But now the target is to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. The UK decided to become a climate leader as it was responsible for beginning the Industrial Revolution, which was the blame for the rapid increase in emissions and the overall environmental degradation. Legal challenges. Recently, in July, the UK government lost the first legal assessment of its ambitious net zero target, as the court ruled that its plans to achieve the targets were too vague. A London judge instructed the government to come up with new assessments about their goal of shedding carbon out of the economy and then publish them again. The revised draft of the scheme is expected to come into force by the end of March next year. A group of environmental activists came up with this legal trial as they believed that the UK government had laid out a plan to cut down emissions to net zero. But the proposals were quite vague and needed more scrutiny. The campaigners claimed that the government's target didn't even comply with the country's own climate change legislation, the Climate Change Act, and they weren't enough to meet the midterm goals. Progress on net zero. The CCC has recently published a report about how the UK has progressed against its strategy. The report shows that the UK's overall progress has created a somewhat mixed picture. And despite 39% of the emissions reductions being backed by plans, about 5% of the needed cutbacks are entirely lacking or are inadequate at present. Stance of the candidates. Chancellor Rishi Sunak, who is running for the race of the UK Prime Minister, has mostly dodged the topic of net zero. Nevertheless, he is committed to the strategy, and several budget statements by Sunak have included the references to net zero transitions, such as the launch of the £1 billion Net Zero Innovation Fund, the creation of the National Infrastructure Bank, with its policies focused on climate, as well as the introduction of sovereign green savings bonds. Now, on the other hand, Liz Truss, the other candidate, was working on the Environment Secretary under the leadership of David Cameron, and her supporters include a few of the highly renowned net zero skeptics. In 2014, she reduced subsidies for solar farms, acknowledging them as blights on the landscape, although in leadership debates she showed commitment toward the net zero strategy. She said that better means of achieving the target must be explored, which are more environmentally friendly and would minimise the negative impact on individuals as well as businesses. It's going to be a tricky choice. Bottom line, the whole world is facing a climate emergency right now, and the situation is expected to get worse before it gets better if immediate action is not taken by all. The UK economy has thus stepped up its climate change strategy, becoming a climate leader and moving towards decarbonisation. Sound environmental legislations will play a key role in this process. Thank you for joining us on this thorough report. Now, if you do like the information, please give it a like, share and comment on the video below. For the full report though, head to the website, it's kalkinemedia.com. The article is there for you to read. But also subscribe to the channel, and if you press the bell icon, you'll be notified every time a new video is released. My name's Sage for Kalkine Media.